What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm live. So Skibidi Toilet episode 63 just came out like 8 hours ago. So let's get reacted to it.
Not long ago, the new 63rd
The fuck moon.
Vital perfection. Potential has no age.
Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here. After a whole week of waiting for episode 63, it's finally out and it was actually insane and was worth the wait. This episode is literally the definition of crazy because of all the things that happened. We finally got to see Plunger Cameraman come back. There is a new speaker man who seems very powerful. And did you spot the secret agent? There are so many things to talk about in this episode, it's actually insane. This was the longest episode so far if you don't count episode 57 as a full episode, because episode 57 was published as 2 parts, making them each 1-minute episodes. But even if you do count episode 57 as 1 episode, this was the second longest episode so far. With that being said, episode 63 is just the beginning of this new season. And with the ending that we've gotten in this episode, it seems like the remaining episodes in this season are going to be huge because it seems like everyone is getting back together again after episode 57 and getting ready to fight G-Man and scientist Skibidi Toilet. But before we get into analyzing the episode, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to support the channel and want to see more analysis and Skibidi Toilet news videos. Anyways, here we go. The episode starts with us, the POV cameraman, in the middle of fighting. We are using some sort of rocket launcher turret shooting the Skibidi toilets that are trying to invade the small base. And with our perfect aim, we are doing a good job until a helicopter rocket launches Skibidi toilets come and shoot us. These are the same helicopter Skibidi toilets that we saw in the second leak that came out a day ago. But before we continue, it looks like the surroundings of this place has been trashed a lot. From the looks of it, it happened lately because the Skibidi toilets that were destroyed are all gray toilets, and we all know that gray toilets are the upgraded normal toilets. Also, if we look at the sky, it's very clear, and this indicates that this place hasn't been conquered yet because every city that has been conquered by the Skibidi toilets had such bad air quality that the sky was yellowish looking, just like how it looked like in episode 58 in London. We can also see another Skibidi car for the second time in the series after episode 61 in the background, but it seems like it had the same fate as the first one. Being dead, but unlike the Skibidi car, the POV cameraman doesn't die from the explosion. This explosion causes heavy damage, making our camera glitchy for a couple seconds. Normally, normal cameramen die from explosions like this very easily. So this leaves us 2 options. Either the defense stat of cameramen has gotten higher enough to endure basic explosives, or the POV cameraman is not some ordinary cameraman. Right after the explosion, we see a big black smoke, but it isn't really clear if this smoke is from the explosions or Skibidi toilets teleporting here to invade the place. While our vision is getting fixed, we see a cameraman running away from the black smoke, and suddenly a new Skibidi toilet appears, and it's the one we saw in the first leak from episode 63. And we see him do the wildest thing ever. The goddamn Skibidi toilet literally chops up the poor cameraman and beheads him. His arms are actually really fast for a Skibidi toilet because as...
Oh, what the fuck?
Triple kill! Maniac!
Conflict requires undivided focus.
As you might know, other than a few toilets, most of the toilets aren't that fast when it comes to movement. But this guy seems like he was trained by Bruce Lee himself. This seems very possible because this Skibidi toilet has a samurai helmet attached to him.
Whoa.
After beheading the cameraman, the Skibidi toilet turns to us. And this is the same scene from the leak, but as you can see, there is a slight difference between the video and the leak. In the leaked image, there was a small box with a red light on it, which looked like a bomb of some sort, but in the video, it does not exist. I don't know if it's because Dafuk decided to change how the episode was going to progress. After this part of the episode, the actual juicy stuff begins, so make sure to watch until the end to not miss anything. Right when the samurai Skibidi toilet is rushing towards us, we get to see the new red assassin. He gets stunned by the cameraman's stun guns, and we look behind at the person who stunned him, but we are greeted with a surprise new reveal. For the first time, we get to see the new red assassin Speakerman. Some people want to call him the Assassin Speakerman, and some people want to call him the Dark Speakerman. Let me know in the comments what you guys prefer. For this episode, I'll go with the name Red Assassin Speakerman, but Dark Speakerman does sound cooler if I'm honest. Actually, we've seen a Speakerman with the same suit in the same episode where the Speakerman were revealed for the first time, which is episode 24. we saw a speaker man with the same red suit Fortnite dancing, but there were a few differences like his personality, his weapons, and his speaker color. We can't be sure on if they are the same speakerman, but I just wanted to let you guys know. Anyways, we see him holding 2 knives, and even the cameraman next to him is trying to comprehend what's going on. Also, before we continue on with the Red Assassin Speakerman, if you look at the ground, there are some broken, very high-tech pieces. I don't know what they belong to, but honestly speaking, it seems like someone killed a strong opponent right before all these happened. Right after we are introduced to the new Speakerman, he uses his jetpacks to fly onto the stunned samurai skibidi toilet and stabs him with his 2 knives, killing him for good without breaking his composure even for a single second. He looks at us with what looks like a disappointed face because when the POV cameraman reaches out for help to get up, he shakes his head, basically saying no to us. And if you look closely, you can see that the POV cameraman is actually very scared because his hand is literally shaking. But after the Red Assassin Speakerman says no, we decide to get up without the help. And the second we get up, we see a military vehicle going to the gate with cameraman on top of it. If you look closely, there are 3 cameramen in front, and their positions are exactly the same as the cameraman logo we saw in the cameraman base in episode 49. This might be a coincidental reference, but as we all know by now, Dafook tries to make everything perfect and thinks about every single detail. But their journey doesn't last long because of what's about to happen. Right after they leave the gate, suddenly the mutant skibidi toilet appears, and it seems like he was upgraded quite heavily after episode 62, because when we saw him at the end of episode 62, he didn't have his jetpacks, and we can also see a weird black thing on his back, which is most like his flush, and it really is exposed to the outside. It better have some protection, bruh. After smashing into the military vehicle, he picks it up as if it's some candy a 5-year-old dropped on the ground and throws it away, causing an explosion. Maybe originally, instead of this explosion, the explosive-looking box we saw in the first leak was supposed to make the explosion, but we probably will never learn if that was the case anyways. Right after we can clearly see that the vibes change from serious to super serious with the mutant skibidi toilet standing menacingly, but he is not aware of the new existence who is standing right before him, is what I would have said normally, but what happened right after probably shocked every fan of the series. After a few seconds of waiting, suddenly the helicopter skibidi toilets gets killed with a small glimpse of a lightning flash. At that moment, I knew that it had the same speed sound as the glitch skibidi toilet. We see the mutant skibidi toilet very confused. At first he makes the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson sus face, looking behind him to see what's going on, and he is extremely confused as to what's going on as we are. Suddenly he starts getting attacked left and right at extreme speeds, causing him to lose his headphones, and if you look closely after every attack we can see a plunger sticking to his face, revealing the comeback of the legendary plunger cameraman. He is so fast that even if we slow down the video, we can't get a glimpse of him. And after attacking a lot of times in a matter of seconds, we finally get the reveal of his new looks. We can see that he is using the glitch toilets. Insanely fast toilet as a mech for himself. As I mentioned in my previous theories about Plunger Cameraman after what happened in episode 57 part 2, I always said that the glitch toilet that was captured by Mech Cameraman was going to be used to fix and upgrade Plunger Cameraman, and it seems like I was totally right. I thought he'd get an upgraded body instead of using it as a mech, but we'll get to that later in the video. It seems like the glitch toilet's toilet was upgraded in a way to store plungers, and it also has more stuff included on it. And I'll mention all those when we get to the part where we can see it more clearly. Right after the reveal, we see the upgraded Plunger Cameraman charging up the glitch toilet mech to attack the mutant skibidi toilet with full power, and he rams onto the mutant toilet at full speed, causing a huge explosion, almost killing the mutant toilet. After the explosion, while we see upgraded Plunger Cameraman coming down from the sky, we can also see the secret agent in the background watching Plunger Cameramans come back. As we know by now, he is clearly watching the progress of Plunger Cameraman. The reasons are unknown, but my guess is that he is curious as to how and why a normal cameraman surpassed his own limits and became an actual legend. We can surely say that he is there for the Plunger Cameraman and not the Red Assassin Speakerman, because as you can see, he wasn't there when we first saw the Red Assassin Speakerman. After the upgraded plunger cameraman comes down, we finally get to see his new glitched toilet mech closely. From the looks of it, he controls it with putting his hands on these two gauntlet looking like controllers. We can also see 4 arm-looking blades or something similar to that which is probably used to stab enemies while going full speed. This actually might be the best feature on this toilet other than the speed, because combined with the speed, it's going to deal some insane damage to the skibidi toilets. We also see a new plunger system where he can probably use almost near infinite ammo because it doesn't seem like he loses plungers when he shoots them. And with this, he can both have melee capabilities and long-range attacks. He also has a weird X on the backside, but I really don't know what that's for. Maybe for protection or aerodynamics. I have no idea. It looks like the Red Assassin Speaker Man is unbothered by the glitched toilet mech, but the cameraman on the right side pops up on the screen surprised, checking out the new tech. The camera suddenly pans to the left side, and we can see a normal cameraman laughing at plunger cameraman, probably because he is in a skibidi toilet, but he gets shot with a plunger, making him the goofier looking one. And he looks as if he is saying bruh to plunger cameraman. The camera pans back to plunger cameraman right after, and we are surprised once again seeing plunger cameraman getting out of the glitched toilet mech standing on both his feet. As you might remember, this dude lost half his body in episode 57, part 1, but it seems like he was given some fresh legs. We have no idea if they have any special capabilities or not, but we'll probably see them in action soon. Also, if you look closely, his jetpack has changed. We can't really see it, but the thing on his back is clearly not the same jetpack he had before. Maybe it's some sort of mechanism to get him into the glitched toilet mech. We'll most likely learn about it in the upcoming episodes. Also, I said that the toilet doesn't lose any plungers, but while the plunger cameraman is getting out of the toilet, we can see that the plunger he shot at the cameraman wasn't reloaded, and it's not on the toilet anymore. Also, right after he gets out, he flips off the cameraman that laughs at him. I guess getting saved by TV Woman gave him some extra confidence and made him an actual alpha male. And he switches the middle finger to a thumbs up right after POV cameraman thumbs him up for saving them. But sadly, the mutant toilet wasn't killed, and he slowly gets up even though it's clear that he was damaged heavily because we can see that he doesn't have his eyes anymore and he is all bloody. A large speaker man approaches the mutant toilet slowly and uses his speakers right on his face. With mutant toilet's eyes being gone, this probably hurt more than it should because him losing his eyesight probably enhanced his hearing capabilities. This causes him to get stunned for a few seconds where the large speaker man stabs him on his forehead. This large speaker man came in clutch because look at him. His arm is cut off. He was stabbed in the heart and he is still standing. What a Chad. Seconds later, the nuker plane toilet shows up nuking the whole town from far away, which probably concerns the cameramen and speakermen that are on the ground, but with their extreme plot armor, the nuker plane toilet suddenly gets blown up by the goddamn Titans. We see the Titans and a fleet of camera helicopters marching on. They are most likely trying to catch on with G-Man and scientist Skibidi Toilet to fight them, and if you check the description of the video, it says that it's about to go down. This probably indicates that the fight between the two duos is very near. We are most likely going to see G-Man, Scientist, Toilet versus Titan Cameraman, and Titan Speaker Man in the next couple episodes. Also in the part where the camera helicopters are marching, we can see 2 little Easter eggs. One being the Polaroid camera being back, which we first saw in episode 11 in the beginning. And also the speaker plane is back as well, which we just saw in episode 61. This leads me to believe that the Titans have included the Speaker Woman in the fleet, and a huge fight is about to go down before episode 70. Hopefully the upcoming episodes can reach up to the hype and are long episodes just like this one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more.
宝贝！恭喜大人通过500级关卡，获得
There's a
关卡，获得5次的红酱宝箱。
哎，我知道了，放那儿吧。宝贝，我来了！
恭喜大人通过800级关卡，获得极品神器勇者之剑。
哎呀，放那儿！宝贝，我又来了！
恭喜大人通过1000级关卡，解锁
哎呀，真是烦人！
贪婪。
Not long ago, the new 63rd episode was released, and Dafuk, as always, surprised us very much. The episode turned out to be very informative and epic. We saw new characters. Our favorite hero also returned to us. Now we also have a lot of questions and theories, and today we will try to find out everything. So in this video, you find out: are the agents robots or people? What is a secret agent doing here? Why didn't TV man Titan appear? Where did this powerful speakerman come from? Where are the Titans in such a hurry? And also what awaits us in episodes 64 and 65. In the video, I hit a bonus, and whoever finds it first and writes its time code will get into my next video. And we have a winner from the last video under the nickname Sedek, so congratulations. And I also want to tell everyone that an edited comment doesn't count. Hello friends, you're on the channel. Subscribe to the channel and press the like button under the video to speed up the release of the next video. And let's go. And right away, it should be noted that this is one of the longest episodes of all time. And Dafuk worked very hard on it, and I'm even scared to imagine what will happen next. With each episode, the series gets better and better. If you look at the first and last episodes, that's the difference. It's amazing how much the quality has increased. So let's thank Dafuk for this, and we'll begin. At the beginning of the episode, we see that the war continues. And I think that this is the same place that was in episode 62. After the scientist and G-Man flew further to capture the following cities, there were several mutants left who were supposed to kill the survivors. But the agents called for reinforcements, and now reinforcements have arrived. As the battle begins, we see our operator on the cannon, which copes very well with mutants. And one shot is enough to kill even a toilet spider. But our operator forgot about the skibidi helicopters, and they want to treat him to a tasty rocket. And then a big boom happens, and somehow our operator remains alive. And the question is, how was he able to survive such a powerful attack? There are two options. Perhaps protection was installed on this gun that was able to save him, or the agents were improved so that they can now withstand more damage. But at the beginning of the episode, we see the agent's car, which has no armor, so I think that the agents have been improved, and they are now more tenacious. And then we see strange black smoke, the same as it was in episode 62. And this is a teleport ability. And for a second, I thought that someone would appear there, but still it was smoke from an explosion, so calm down. Then we see how our agent is trying to get up, and we see a running agent and behind him a new mutant, a photo of which Dafuk posted earlier in his Discord. And we immediately see that this mutant is a lover of Chinese martial arts. And we see a running agent, and this is a teleport, and we see a running agent and behind him a new mutant, a photo of which Dafuk posted earlier in his Discord. And we immediately see that this mutant is a lover of Chinese martial arts. But to be honest, I really feel sorry for this agent. Such a death is very cruel. And Bruce Lee was already ready to attack our operator, but another ordinary agent prevented him by shooting him with an anti-parasitic gun. And then we see a speakerman with a black belt who is ready to kick Bruce Lee's ass. A similar speakerman was in episode 24, but he is not much different from the new one. The new speakerman is larger and also has a red column. Perhaps this is the older brother of this small speakerman, or this is the guy of the speakerwoman since their fighting style is very similar. We also see two daggers, which became very popular in the latest episodes. First, there was a dagger for TV Man in episode 56, then two daggers for TV Woman in the second part of episode 57. Then the speaker woman had two daggers, and now this speakerman has found himself daggers. It turns out that there are already 4 people in the Brotherhood of Assassins, and I'm sure that this is far from the end. The Black Assassin pretty quickly kills Bruce Lee, looks at our operator from high, and our operator is trying to ask for help to get up. But unfortunately, the Black Assassin is not as kind as his girlfriend, and refuses the poor guy. Then we see 4 agents in a car, and I noticed something interesting, and if we stop at this frame, we can notice that the agents are sitting in a certain position. And this position resembles the sign that we saw in episode 49. But even if true, I don't really understand what this means. If you have theories about this, write in the comments. And when the agents left the gate, they were attacked by a skibidi man who was clearly sitting in ambush, and we see that he changed. He has a jetpack, which was not in episode 62, and also some kind of pipe in the back. But there is also a possibility that this is not the same mutant from episode 62, since there was another black mutant with him. But in episode 63, they did not show him to us. but this is not particularly important. Then we see how the Schwarzenegger throws the agent's car-like toy. And now an interesting moment. How did skibidi helicopters appear so quickly? Again, black smoke from the explosion and helicopters appeared as if they had teleported, and now look at episode 62, where we see 3 helicopters. 2 of them flew forward and 1 was lost among the smoke, and the sound immediately disappeared. Perhaps I can't think logically anymore since it's night and I'm very tired. But still, I want to make a video for my beloved subscribers. If you are interested in this theory with the teleportation of helicopters, then write in the comments. And then the best moment of the episode happens. Skibidi Glitch starts knocking out his brothers, and just look at Schwarzenegger's reaction. He's like, "What's going on, guys?"
Aw, crap.
And he was shaking all over and even tried to ask the agents what the matter was. And then he gets a left hook, a right hook, then a few plungers in the face, and the beating of Schwarzenegger begins. The poor man no longer knows what to do and simply covers himself with his hands. But our hero gave the mutant 5 seconds for a break. And the mutant immediately noticed that the driver had changed. And this is no longer a Vin Diesel. And the plunger man happily goes for a head-on ram. And further, we can notice the jetpack of the Black Assassin. And it is not the same as the rest. In the plunger man in episode 53, there was a different jetpack. And the jetpack of the assassin is more like the jetpack of the mutant from episode 58, only in a smaller form and with 4 turbines, which means Speakerman didn't just sit there all this time so we can praise them. And then we see the plunger man up close. We can also notice that he has endless plungers, since he released 3 plungers at the enemy. But the plungers remained in place, but this is not important. We also noticed a secret agent who is watching the plunger man, because when the Black Assassin appeared, he wasn't there. He only appeared when the plunger man arrived. And today, without the green light, I honestly don't know what he's doing there anymore. Write what you think about it. But you see how an ordinary private laughs at our hero who saved his ass and gets a plunger in the face for it. Then we see that our hero can walk again. I don't know how his legs were repaired, but he is with us again. And this is the main thing, and with such a cool car. And in return, we get the middle finger top and the good agent gets a thumbs up. But it turns out that Schwarzenegger did not die, and we see that he wanted more. It would be better not to get up. But the Speakerman approaches him with a calm step, stuns him with his sound wave, and hits him with a final blow to the head, and the mutant dies. We see that the poor Speakerman is in very bad condition, covered in blood and with a knife driven into his heart. But wait, where is the blood coming from? He already came covered in blood, but we saw blood in episode 62, or is it not blood? I said earlier in my videos that there is a possibility that some agents are made from parts of people. And the proof of this will be the love and emotions that some agents experience. Robots don't have emotions, and I think that soon we will find out about everything. Then we see the same mutant who bombed the city in episode 62, but he is destroyed by the cameraman Titan. Congratulations, my dear subscriber. If you found this gift, then write its timecode in the comments and you will be included in my next video, and we will continue our analysis. And then we see a whole army flying somewhere, and we see ships and cameramen and speakermen. But where are they flying? Of course they are flying after the scientist and G-Man, because soon there will be a final battle. And I think that TV Man Titan is left as a trump card against the mutants. There will be a battle between the scientist and the Titans, and perhaps the Titans will lose and one of them will die, and then the TV Man will appear and save everyone. And it's better that I make a separate video for you about what will happen this season, since I don't want this video to be very long. So see you.
Okay guys, as you can see right now, I am level 2450.